So in my previous video, I mentioned that I will be refactoring the home page component because, well, this file is over 150 lines and I want to keep them as short and as readable as possible. So in today's stream, we are going to be focusing on refactoring this component, and I'm going to put all of these sections into their own components. We've started that with the About Me section. We've created a component called section, and that section component is used by the About Me section, and it returns back a section that we can use in the homepage. So something that looks like this is eventually going to look like this, a single line. So that's the goal. And the first section that we're going to work on is the project section in here. It's fair to call it the project section. So yeah, this is the first section that we are going to be working on. So let's start by creating a component for the new section. So what I usually do is I just copy and paste the heading component because it's the simplest one that we have, and I'm going to call this projects. And let's drag this into here, change heading into projects, and our sections only take an ID. So I'm going to take About Me as a reference in here. So we are only going to take an ID. So that's the only prop, and we are going to pass it down in here like this. And we don't take class names in sections. Okay. And also we return a section instead of, let me copy this whole thing. Yep, we return a section instead of a header, obviously. All right. Okay, looks good. Now we can also create a new style sheet for this before we clean this up. So let's create a new file in here. Let's call it projects.module.sass. All right, let's come back here, remove these ones. Those are coming from the About Me section. So let's rename this to projects. Okay, we can remove that one. We don't need a progressive image in this one. We are only going to be loading SVGs. Okay, so let's put home page right here so we can see what's inside this section. Well, this section seems less challenging compared to the About Me section. There's less styling. So we only have a header. And that seems to be it. Let's just copy these things and paste them inside, and let's see how that looks. We don't seem to have a container. Okay. Now we need to get the projects JSON. We can get that from here. Let's remember how we import these. So it's up one folder. That should grab it. Okay. And content.projects title. Let's see where this comes from. So there is a file called content. Oh, I forgot to remove this. So we can get rid of YA developer reference from here. And actually, we probably cannot remove this because this is probably the ID. Let's see where this is used. Yeah, that's the ID. Okay, we're not going to touch that, but we are going to remove the title from here for the project section. So we are going to cut this from here and go to projects.json, and we are going to put this in here. So all of these things need to go in. We have to refactor this JSON now. So if this is an object, let's say these are the projects, and these are going to be the projects. So let's put the curly bracket in here. Okay, that looks good. And we need a title. Okay, we remove the title from there. That looks good. Now we need to do So this is called projects now. So projects.projects title, projects.projects title, projects. I guess I can do projects.projects map, but that's confusing and I'm not going to do that. So let's rename this to project list. Okay, that's a bit better. Oh, this was easy, right? I mean, if that works on the first try, obviously. Let's see if it works on the first try. We forgot to change the homepage though. Let's change the homepage to use the new one. So we are going to remove this section and we are going to put something that looks like this. So let's do that. So you're going to say projects. You're going to give it an ID. The ID is going to be content dot, what do we call it? Projects reference. And then we're going to have a closing tag. Good. Now we need to import this component so we can use it. And we are going to get rid of these things. Done. Okay. Let's see how it looks. Well, it looks exactly as you would expect it to look. So all of those lines are gone, and now all that is left is this small project section. So I'm also recognizing another pattern in here. This thing is used in many other places. So a div has a horizontal ruler within a container that's within a div. Maybe we can extract it into its own variable. Yeah, I think we can do that. All right, before we do that, let's finish up with this component in here. And I see that we've used two Bootstrap styles. Let's fix that. I said let's fix that. It's not really a fix, but that's something that I want to do. I'm phasing out Bootstrap in my project. So because it uses too much space in my bundle size, and I want to, I'm beyond micro optimization territory at this point. I'm even removing CSS. All right, so what should we call this? Projects div and projects row. This is margin left auto, margin right auto, because this is margin auto, and this means margin auto in the horizontal axis, which is the x-axis. Okay, and we are going to say justify content center for the projects row. Let's import these styles. Projects div, projects row, and let's use them. Okay, let's verify that it looks the same. Okay, it does look the same. Now we need to remove the dependencies on the home page. So let's go to home.module.sass. Okay, let's drag that here so we see these two styles that are coming from there. Let's find that. Oops. Let's find out where it's coming from. So this is padding bottom, which is a shared paddings for the sections. Why do I have a padding bottom for that section? And also, why do I have a project section? What's this? Oh, we specify a max width. Okay, I see. So we can cut this style from here and paste it into there. Okay, so we can get rid of this now. And what is padding bottom? Oh, that's just the padding for the heading. What do we do in the About Me section? Is it the same? So we have a heading in here, and then we have class name heading. Let's see where this leads. Oops. That's the one. We don't have margins in here. I think I'm going to replace padding bottom with margin bottom though. So let's do something like this. So let's create another style. Let's call it heading and say margin bottom 35 pixels. And let me check the project section style again. Whoops. Why? This is the one that I've just removed, right? Sorry. Yeah, we were looking at this padding bottom. So this needs to go there, and we can get rid of this. And I'm sure padding bottom is used in other places, so we can't get rid of it right away. Yeah, it's used in 2 other places right there, so we can't get rid of it now. Okay, we are done in here, so we can close this component now. Let's go back to the home page. The other thing that attracts my attention is this one. So I'm not going to create a separate component just for this because it's tiny. I'm going to assign it into a variable in here. So let's say we have something like this, constant, so ruler equals that, oh, parentheses. Okay, and wherever we see this, we're just going to say horizontal ruler Does that work? That should work. Yeah, that does work. Okay, how many lines are we at? So we are down to about 150 lines, which is okay. All right, the next section. Let's see what we can do about this one. Skills. Okay, let's create a new component and also the styles. Let's start with the styles in this one. So section, let's create a new file. We're going to call this skills.module.sass. Okay, and let's just duplicate projects. So we have skills.jsx in here. Let's open homepage side by side. Let's go to the skills section. Let's see what we have in here. All right, we have similar things. So we are going to copy this thing and we are going to replace the contents inside with those ones. Let's clean this up a bit. Actually, I'm not going to remove the styles. Let's just change the name for this. Let's do that. Let's remove these ones for now. This doesn't have row, so we can get rid of that. Doesn't have project card, obviously. This doesn't depend on projects, but it probably depends on another JSON. We can remove this one now. This one depends on personal skills. Okay, let's grab that. Good. So let's get that from there. The ID goes there. Cool. What else do we need to do? Okay, so let's open this file. Let's see what this has. Okay, we need to do the same thing for this file as we did to the projects one. We need to put a title in there. Okay. Do I need to do anything else? Okay, I need to change the name I need to change the name of the component. So this is going to be called skills. Okay. That looks good. There's no Bootstrap in this one. It imports some styles from home.module.sass. Let's fix that one too. Let's drag this in here. So where is no margin used? So no margin. Oh, it's there. Okay, where is this used? So this is used in blog navbar. Hey, blog navbar? Seriously? Oh no, that's okay. So this is used in there. Okay, we can just copy this one, I guess. So yeah, let's copy that and paste it into the SAS file that we just created. We're going to duplicate it for now. That's coming from there, but we don't want it to come from there. Let's remove it from here. Let's add it to there. No margin. Okay, let's replace the contents of the home page now. So all of this is going to go. Before we delete that, let's do skills id content dot skills reference, and let's close this component. Cool. Let's get rid of this. Let's import this one. Looks good. Let's see if that works. It works, except we don't have the header. We forgot to edit, obviously. So the header was coming from, oh, we need to get rid of these. So the header was coming from here. So let's go into this file quickly. We need to grab this. So let's go to personalskills.json. We need to put these inside skill list. Okay. Well, that should work. Okay, whatever. That should have done the auto formatting for me actually, but whatever. So the array starts in here, has these elements, and let's tab these out. Okay, that looks good. Now we need to drag this in. Okay, let's go to skills.jsx again, and in here personal skills dot skill list, and the title is coming from there, which is probably correct. Okay, let's go back and see if the title comes back. It does. Hey. Okay, there's one more section that we need to do, and that's the blog showcase section. Well, this might be more challenging. This one has Bootstrap styles, and this one we can do it. Okay, let's create a new section. Let's duplicate skills. Why not? Blog showcase section. Okay. Well, we're going to do the same thing as before. We are going to copy these things, and we're going to replace the contents of this section with that one. And we're going to select all of these skills names. We're going to call them blog showcase now. Easy enough. And we're going to retrieve the JSON for this one. Oh, this needs two JSONs. So this has access to the blog, plus it has access to the headers. Okay. So you're going to create another file. // data. Let's call it blog showcase. Okay. We're going to create that file later. That's fine. Let's clean up the imports now, and also don't forget to create the SAS file. Blog showcase.module.sas. Okay, looks good. Let's replace this with blog showcase module.sas. Nice. Okay, now let's create this file. That file is, let's go in here, locate where this is. Well, let's create a new JSON. Blog showcase.json. And this needs some content from here. Let's remove that from there. Okay. Okay, let's put it to, we can get rid of this area, but before we get rid of that area, let's add the new one. So blog showcase, this has an ID obviously, and the ID is content.latest blog post reference. All right, let's remove those things. Okay, the section is still intact. Now we need to get rid of the links to home.module.sas. Let's see what it grabs from there. Blog showcase container and also padding bottom. So this padding bottom thing seems to be very common across headings. Maybe I should add it to the heading component. Well, I'm going to refactor that component later on, right? So let's add it to the component for now. Or maybe I should, why not? Let's just refactor it now. Heading.jsx. So this has a module file. So let's see what this padding bottom thing does. Okay, I see. Let's just call it margin bottom. And margin bottom is going to be 35 pixels now. And we can get rid of this. Okay. Let's call this one heading margin. Okay, that needs to be added to the prop types margin bottom. Prop types dot boolean, and it's not required, and default value is going to be false. Margin bottom false. Okay, now we can go back to the blog showcase component. And instead of this padding bottom, we can say margin bottom. Let's see if that works. Okay, that does work. So you're going to apply the same thing to our other components. So what did we create today? So this blog showcase module, it's empty. This one, heading, yep, we can remove this. Let's also remove it from the component itself. Okay, up next is well, that was it. Maybe we'll need it in the future again, who knows, but we've added it there, so it's not going to be difficult to do. Okay, let's focus on what we were working on. So let's open them side by side again. So there's blog showcase module.sas and there's the blog showcase component. So we can remove this. So what's the blog showcase container doing? So let's put this here. So blog showcase component container, we need this to be inside here now. Let's remove that. Oof, nice, nice. We need to take care of these Bootstrap classes, but apart from that, it looks clean. Oh, this needs access to width picker, obviously. Imports. Where are we? Okay. util/width picker. Okay. All right. So, what are we gonna call this? Blog post cards row. Justify content center. And blog showcase card. Okay, and we need access to screen sizes. So greater, if the screen is greater than large, then display block, and if that's not the case, then display none. That works now. Cool. So that's fixed as well. Let's remove this unnecessary line from there, and yeah, this is it. Let's go to the home page now. Oops. This looks very clean. This looks really clean. We can remove this one. We can remove all of these. We're not using heading in here anymore. Let's make sure we've removed these styles. So this is this is in blog showcase module now. Fine. What about this one? This is in home.module.sas. We can remove that from there. That's not used anymore. Let's see, padding bottom. Okay, this can be removed. Okay, good. Section padding, this is still in home.module.sas. Let's get rid of it. Whoops. That's quite the cleanup. That's a lot of changes. So let's close all of them. Let's open our changes. Oh, before we do that, let's go through the website very quickly. Why is this button black now? How can that possibly be black after our changes? What unstyled link, no decoration. Yeah, we can take a look at that, but that's fine. It's probably a mistake in somewhere else. So what's this one warning? Heading is defined but not used in projects.jsx. Yeah, that's true. Yep, we've just removed it. Okay, that's fine. Warning. Yeah, I've been seeing this area. I'm going to solve this offline. That's fine. And these are coming from the analytics APIs that I'm trying to integrate with. A stream about analytics will be coming once I manage to get it working. Okay, looks very nice, looks very nice. This section looks very nice as well. So let's do inspect. Seems to look fine on desktop. Let's keep shrinking it down. Looks fine on medium. Let's see it on an iPad. Still looks good. Keep shrinking it down. Oops. Keep shrinking it down. This lacks margin left. We can fix that. And this is not aligned to the left anymore. We can fix that as well. Okay, let's start by this one. So let's go to the skills component, and this heading, no margin, shouldn't be that, but let's see what that does. Okay, let's change this to no margin bottom. That should fix it. Okay, cool. Whoops, we were looking at it on mobile. What's another problem? Okay, the other problem is in here. The About Me section has margin, the About Me header has margin left, and it shouldn't have any. So the heading, no. Yep, let's go to the About Me section. The heading has this class name. Let's split this vertically. Heading has a class name of heading. So margin bottom 0, margin left 0. This is getting overridden by something else. Oh, this is about the import order again. Oh, this is a very, very, very silly mistake that it's not my fault, but the import order in React matters. And if this is a problem caused by that, it's just bad design, I think. So these things are imported after the import. If I move this import right here, then it's going to be fixed. Yeah, there you go. So the import order matters in React. The order that you import your components and your own component CSS actually makes a difference. So if you import this, it imports this style sheet first and then this style sheet second, which modifies the heading that is contained in this component, right? So it's cascading style sheets. The one that gets loaded later has the right to override the previous rule. That's what happens in here, which is a bummer, but yeah, what can you do? Okay, let's see it on an iPhone 5, which is the smallest device that I currently have on Google Chrome. Looks very good. And let's fix the blog, this thing. I don't know why it's black. Import order matters again. That means the unstyled link is getting imported after we import navbar CSS. So if we move it to here, that will fix the problem. There you go. Import order strikes again. I'm glad I know this now. Like, I've spent about 6 hours trying to figure out why this was. I have a whole stream and video about it. Please go and watch it. It's very good. This is it. Those are all of my changes. Let's go through them one by one. But actually, I'm going to end the stream in here. And I don't think I'm going to be encountering any major bugs or problems from now on because it looks fine. So I will see you on the next one.